Embarking on your debut is the ultimate triumph for a trainee, the culmination of relentless dedication and pushing your limits in the studio. The days of sacrificing sleep and pouring all your energy into training have led you to this pivotal moment. As you step into the spotlight, you're not only marking the beginning of a significant chapter, but also bidding farewell to the familiar. This is a day that deserves celebration, a moment to bask in the recognition of your tireless efforts and unwavering commitment. However, the path to stardom isn't always adorned with the cheers of praise and applause. Amid the excitement, there exists a reality where not every note sung or dance move executed is met with acclaim. Yet, it's within these challenges that the true essence of one's character is revealed. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Midnight Theories, and if you're new here, welcome to Midnight Theories. Join me as we unfold the extraordinary journey of a young and determined idol whose debut resonated not with the sweet symphony of applause, but rather the dissonant chord of criticism. Rarely do we see K-pop trainees touring the US and performing at festivals. It's even rare for them to build a massive fan base before their debut. I'd argue that m.o.n.t's debut journey has been incredibly unique, in the sense that it has been closely followed by millions of people, 2.7 million to be exact. That's incredible. That's more followers than some active groups these days. What set m.o.n.t apart from his journey was that there was no survival show propelling him into the limelight, no big agency behind him, nor did he hail from a privileged tribal background. Instead, he relied solely on his ability to attract organic followers, which he accomplished before even stepping into the spotlight. m.o.n.t built an online presence early into his trainee career. You give a young, attractive, extroverted guy who says he's a K-pop trainee access to TikTok, and he's bound to capture the attention of not just a few hundred, but thousands upon thousands of fans. On his personal social media accounts, m.o.n.t dabbled in occasional thirst traps, followed by TikTok trends, and engaged in live broadcasts to boost his visibility. However, what truly propelled his following was a series titled Day in the Life of a K-pop Trainee, documenting the early phases of his musical journey. It was actually through this series that I discovered m.o.n.t, and I've been following him ever since. m.o.n.t was one of the members of the pre-debut group m.o.n.t Arena. This team was set to be a unit of the already existing trio, m.o.n.t. Viewers instantly were drawn to his goofy and relatable personality, and of course it helped that he was very interactive with his fans. Each video you saw of him, it only made you want to cheer for him more. m.o.n.t's fan base grew rapidly, leading him and his label mate at the time, Jay Chang, to tour the US, grace festival stages, and even undertake roles as a boba barista and waiters as a part of their K-pop training rookie show. His online presence continued to expand across various platforms, including Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch, where he began to invest more seriously in streaming. The man was over here doing everything under the sun except debuting, truly in his side quest era. The years came and went, and m.o.n.t was still a trainee with no debut in sight. Many of us were questioning when m.o.n.t would debut, but there was no definite answer, or at least, not until September of 2023. FM Entertainment, m.o.n.t's agency at the time, sent shockwaves through the internet with a stern announcement declaring the termination of m.o.n.t's contract. The language employed in FM Entertainment's official statement regarding m.o.n.t's contract termination ignited a flurry of curiosity and discussion among fans and observers alike. Among the reasons cited in the termination was an allegation of spreading misinformation during the live broadcast. Following this revelation, m.o.n.t took to Instagram to provide an update. He expressed gratitude to his fans for their unwavering support and reassured them that despite the issues, his personal plans remain unchanged. In a subsequent live broadcast, m.o.n.t opened up to his fans, sharing his candid emotions about the situation. He disclosed that he had been engaged in discussions with FM Entertainment for approximately a month, ultimately agreeing to terminate the contract of the forthcoming announcement. However, upon its release, m.o.n.t was taken aback and deeply wounded, suggesting that FM Entertainment had altered the statement from their previous discussions. The fans sided with m.o.n.t and sent support to the trainee, but the abrupt termination news left fans wondering about his future prospects. m.o.n.t has achieved an impressive array of accomplishments, surpassing what most trainees or even groups from smaller agencies could only imagine. From releasing music and embarking on tours or hosting fan events, his prolific activities nearly obscured the fact that he had yet to debut. On January 29th, he shared a TikTok video unveiling promising news. He had transitioned into an independent artist, financing his endeavors through merchandise sales and personal funds. Utilizing his savings, Beom invested in vocal training, dance lessons, hired a choreographer and videographer, and was ready to return with new music. He even released an impressive teaser to hype up his debut. January 31st, 2024, the same day as his birthday, Beom took his first major steps into the limelight.
Me, myself, and I.
His debut song, Me, Myself, and I, which he carefully crafted with passion and ambition, faced a backlash so thunderous it threatened to drown out the very dreams he clung to. From scathing critiques on social media to disappointed murmurs, his debut was made out to sound like it was the worst debut in history by netizens. It doesn't take much for one to recognize that something sounds off with the song, and that something is, I'm sorry to say this, but Beomhan's voice. But before we move forward, I just want to be clear, this isn't going to be a Beomhan bashing video. I will be adding my personal thoughts and offering some constructive criticism. On the internet, I've seen a lot of people talk about the production quality, but personally from my perspective, I think a lot has to do with Beomhan's vocal ability. While it's evident that he's undergone lessons, his vocals still lack depth, variety, and technique. At times it feels like he's reciting the melody rather than truly singing it. Moreover, he could use assistance with timing and delivery, perhaps benefiting from guidance in the studio during recording sessions. When debuting as a solo artist, it's essential to emphasize strengths and compensate for weaknesses. It seems like the producer failed to address Beomhan's flaws adequately and neglected to add depth and texture to the overall sound. You see, I know him as a decent rapper, so I was pretty surprised he went in this direction. As mentioned earlier, Beomhan has released music before, but you can tell there's a difference in audio quality. Given his active presence on social media, it's unsurprising that he witnessed a discourse surrounding his debut. Since then, Beomhan took to his Instagram account to directly confront the challenging reception his debut received, acknowledging the less than ideal outcome. He surprised many by offering an apology and stating that he was, quote, unannouncing his debut. Adding an unconventional twist to the situation, he released a, quote, mute version of his performance video, showing only the dance moves without any of the accompanying vocals. I know this whole situation might sound a little weird for you if you don't know Beomhan, but this is actually very on brand for him. He likes to make light of the situation, but I can't help feel bad for the guy. He was so happy to celebrate his debut that he purposely planned it to be released on his birthday. He even held a live stream to celebrate both. However, Beomhan did what he does best and turned that negativity into fuel for his passion and also boosted his engagement. Shortly after his debut, Beomhan announced through Instagram that he would be holding a remake contest. All you need to do is remake, remix, or elevate the original song. The winner will receive a grand prize of $1,000 and replace the original version of the song on all platforms. This all sounds clear-cut and simple, right? However, not everyone is fully supportive. While some view this as a valuable opportunity for Beomhan to grow musically alongside his fans and receive feedback, others raise concerns. Certain netizens argue that this, quote, contest could potentially exploit his fan base. Industry insiders and individuals with relevant experience have highlighted the unprofessionalism of this approach. One netizen on Reddit wrote, quote, as a professional musician who's only done session work, this is honestly such a ripoff. Producing takes a ton of work, and the fact that Beomhan thinks it's a good choice to offer just the chance to win $1,000 in exchange for a full reproduction is honestly kind of insulting. I think it explains why the song sounded so bad in the first place. This whole contest gives off the vibe that Beomhan doesn't really understand what goes into production / wasn't very involved in his production in the first place. Beomhan comes off as extremely unprofessional and inexperienced. I don't think he should continue on his own because he desperately needs the support of a team that has industry experience. Another wrote, if the winner doesn't get royalties / producer fees, then this is a major L. Such a contest is taking advantage of whoever wins. I feel sorry for every fan who enters the contest. They're letting themselves be taken advantage of. It's wrong when major artists do it, and it's wrong when Beomhan does it. People on the other side of the argument point out, quote, the thing I keep coming back to is that a contest is voluntary. K-pop artists do this sort of thing all the time. Calling for fan projects where the only compensation is knowing that they saw it and seeing your work included in the content. As a creative, you have to make a calculated judgment call. Some people may see it as worth the investment. Exposure can be valuable. People will be checking out these remixes whether it's the winner or not. He's not forcing anyone to do it for free or low pay, and fans were already remixing it for free before he announced the contest. Now they have the chance to be compensated. Also, do we know for sure he's only doing the flat rate with no royalties? He doesn't mention it in the contest, but I wonder if it would be discussed/negotiated with the winner. If someone doesn't think the chance of $1,000 is worth it, they don't have to participate. While I 100% agree that artists shouldn't take advantage of their fans, we have to be careful not to violate people's autonomy to choose how they spend their time and what they consider compensation. But what are your thoughts on the situation? Is Me, Myself, and I the worst debut in history like everyone's making it out to be? No. I think we need to take into account that this is his first time singing, and he's still developing his skills. He's also an independent artist now with no label backing him up. He's funding this entirely on his own, which means he doesn't have the big budget to produce this song. I don't know how much of a budget for something like this size might cost, but I know it's not cheap. So with everything said, I think it's a decent attempt at a debut. The song has a lot of potential to be good. I think he just needs more vocal training and probably re-recorded his vocals. I would have liked to see him incorporate some rapping, but maybe we'll see that in the future. To beomhan, I doubt you're watching this, but in the off chance you are, I want to say don't give up. Remember that the applause may not always be immediate, but the echoes of your determination will resonate far beyond the initial critiques. For everyone else, what are your thoughts on the beomhan situation or the overall production of his song? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, if you enjoy these kinds of videos, feel free to suggest which artist or topic you'd like me to cover next. And as always, thank you for watching and enjoy your stay.